So I found this post on the Pokemon TCG subreddit that I wanted to share with you all. So obviously in this market, there's a lot of people angry about scalpers, prices, I hate everything. It's a lot of that going on in this market. And I found this post where somebody is complaining about an issue that has literally been here for a while. Like, it just goes to show the people that are angry in this market, a large portion of those people are new. They have just entered this market within the last year. And it becomes very obvious when you see arguments like these being put out there and so many people agreeing with it. It's actually astonishing how many people out there complain about every little single thing about Pokemon. They're not doing this, they're not doing this, they're not doing this. I hate everything. It actually gets ridiculous. And I wanted to show you guys this post because the thing the person's complaining about here is kind of crazy. And it really goes to show they just started, getting into Pokemon recently because this has been a problem for a very long time. I hate English pull rates and I wish people would boycott or get out of the hobby long enough for them to stop screwing the customers. What kind of argument is that? So they're basically hating the English pull rates and they're saying Pokemon is screwing the customers. That is their argument they're putting up here for debate. That their Pokemon, the company, is screwing their customers because the pull rates on the English side are difficult, which is obviously subjective. That is the argument that's being made right now. If you guys had been in this market, if you guys were here for Sword and Shield, it's a different story. But let's just read this post, okay? And we can talk about that. I mostly buy singles in Japanese boxes because I like to get cards that are pretty. Nothing wrong with that. I occasionally get sealed English because of the what if. Okay, isn't that like any sealed product in general? Since Prismatic has been out, I've managed to get stuff at retail with pure luck. 3 ETBs, 4 surprise boxes, maybe 5 tins, and a 2-pack blister, all at retail, and I understand I'm really lucky as most haven't seen it in real life. Not one single SAR, which they mean SIR for the English side, special illustration rare. It's so ridiculous. Why does USA TPCI hate giving literally any cards? The black and white sets have a AR for every Pokemon in that generation, and the pull rates on that are also dog bleep. Edit. I don't know why I bother with this sub. Y'all hate anyone who isn't foaming at the mouth for an English card worth the same value as a car. Have fun gambling, I guess. So, where do I even begin? This person is literally just arguing with the nature of a collectible. It is very surprising how many people complain about the aspects of a collectible thing. Like, why is it so hard to pull this? Oh, why does something have value? Why is it not pennies? Well, you're missing the point of this space. I know it's really hard to get, to the point of talking with value with, collectors that don't care about money. But when you really think about Pokemon cards and Pokemon the company, it's all a business at the end of the day, and it's really hard for people to grasp that. So people that are coming into the space thinking that this is a charity, that Pokemon is a charity and they're supposed to be non-profitable, they come into the space with that mindset and then they think everything is evil. But when you actually take a look at, okay, what is Pokemon itself? It's a collectible. So I think it'd be pretty naive to expect a collectible card game to have these cards that are all easy to pull. That kind of defeats the purpose. Pokemon would not be successful at all if every single card was worth a penny, all the special illustration rares, all those things, where you could pull in every single pack. Literally, nothing would be worth anything. No one would be paying money for it because it'd be so plentiful. And this is where these sort of arguments that get brought up just really exploits the people in the space that complain. They don't understand the market, how it works, and they actually don't understand the underlying, thing with collectibles is that there has to be value in the space or else it fails. It's actually astonishing how many people complain about, oh, it's just money, oh, everything's so expensive. Well, guess what? This hobby, like it or not, it does run on value. It is what it is. Now, is it true that now things are more expensive than they really ever used to be? Sure, I can agree with that. But to come out here and make this argument that, oh, Pokemon in the US, the pull rates suck, I wish they would boycott the whole company. Like, what kind of argument is that, right? And nobody here is telling you that you have to foam at the mouth for an English card. Collect what you want. A lot of people go to Japanese, Korean to get cheaper cards. And if you don't care about the actual language that's on the card, go for it. Go for the cheaper stuff. 100% recommend if you just care about the artwork. But some people like having English cards because not everybody really wants to have a card that's in another language that they can't understand. Nobody is forcing you to do to have to do whatever with your money. You do that yourself. But to post this and say that I hate everything, I hate the Polaroids, I hate all this, like, okay, then don't buy it. And it's really crazy how many people make arguments like this in the space that everything sucks, I hate everything. Then why are you even trying to be in this space then if you don't like it? A person, if they don't like something, usually would stop doing that thing and just move on. But so many people in this space, I find that they need to go out and vent on the internet to explain their problems, all the issues that they see with something. And this argument to me is ridiculous because, like I briefly mentioned in the beginning of this video, were you here for Sword and Shield? The pull rates in Scarlet and Violet, even Prismatic Evolutions, I would argue, are much better than Sword and Shield. I don't think people understand Sword and Shield. Other than the trainer gallery, the only top chases were alternate arts. And if you guys opened any Sword and Shield set except for Crown Zenith, the pull rates were terrible. I opened like 4 Evolving Skies booster boxes and I don't even remember pulling an alternate art. I got lucky opening some stuff up. Like I was able to open and pull 2 Espeon VMAXs from Fusion Strike, the alternate art. I was able to pull a Moltres alternate art from Chilling Reign. But I opened so much stuff and got nothing. Like, I think people don't understand that Scarlet and Violet is much more enjoyable to open because there's illustration rares and I guess Master Balls, Pokeballs, and they have SIRs. There's much more stuff to pull in Scarlet and Violet compared to Sword and Shield. And if you're complaining about Sword and Shield or you're complaining about Scarlet and Violet having terrible pull rates, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Try to open Evolving Skies and you tell me how that goes because it is terrible. It seems like they've opened basically maybe Prismatic Evolutions only. And if you're opening Prismatic Evolutions, I mean, it is somewhat notorious for having bad pull rates and some people saying also like batching issues. So if you're taking, this as an example of, I hate everything, you should boycott Pokemon because the pull rates are bad, it's like, what kind of argument is that? It's like collectibles. Are you really going to argue that everything has to be super, easy to get? Like, Pokemon, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, they know what they're doing. They know to have value in the space and to keep, the collectible actually collectible. You can't have such easy pull rates or else people won't really care to, chase these cards. So I think this argument is honestly, in my opinion, I don't want to sound harsh, but it's kind of dumb. Like, what kind of argument is this? You can just buy singles. That's the best thing I'd recommend if you don't want to gamble, right? Or just open up packs, which, is up for debate. Is that gambling? I think it's somewhat, like gambling, depending on, are you trying to chase a specific card? Then I would say it's like gambling. But I think this argument was crazy, and I saw this post, and I saw how many people upvoted it, and I think it's ridiculous. So you guys can comment down below. I know a lot of people are probably going to dislike this video, because these videos attract the people that don't care about value, and they're wholesome, but if you actually are somewhat, grounded, you would understand that a collectible needs to have some value, and there needs to be a chase for the space to exist. So let's just read some of the comments here. The pull rates are definitely dog bleep, and you're going to get replies acting like that's to be expected. It is, but you're also right that it sucks, and we deserve better. We deserve better. Okay? I acknowledge your frustration. It's valid. At the same time, though, it's best to keep in mind that even in a booster box with 36 packs, you're not all that likely to hit an SIR in English. So when you're buying these items with even less packs, it's pretty grim. I've seen people open nearly 200 packs of Prismatic, not get an SIR. It's brutal, awful set. So they're just saying that just go to I guess just go to Japanese. Problem is people like low pull rates. When pull rates are too high and chases are too common, then people get mad because it devalues their collection. I for one wouldn't care if every pack had a guaranteed IR, but that cuts into the bottom line for the mobs of people with gambling addiction who want that dopamine hit. So yeah, I mean, people like to chase, and that's the thing. This stuff is collectible, guys. I know it's super, super hard for people to understand that, but people like, I don't know. It's like obviously there's two sides of the story of everyone wanting to say that they should just make everything cheap, and other people saying it's added value. Like, I don't know. I feel like the whole argument is kind of dumb in my opinion. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is a business. Pokemon is a company, and they're here to make money. TCGs in general are highly unregulated. I quit opening Pokemon for a while and stick to opening other things. Yeah, I mean, for example, for me, you guys know me. I started in the space opening up sealed items. I stopped because I got to a point where I'm like, okay, what am I doing here? And that's how I stopped. But some people, they either have the means to keep doing it, or they're just maybe addicted to it. SIR pull rate should be around 1 out of 32. That's reasonable. 1 out of 82 is ridiculous. I mean, that could be a valid argument to make. There are some sets, I believe, like Obsidian Flame, Scarlet and Violet Base, where the SIR pull rate, I'm pretty sure, is pretty close to this. For collecting, I'll happily pay less money to get cards that I like in Japanese if they're too expensive in English. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, no one's forced you to buy English cards. This is more of an issue when packs are expensive. The pull rates in Prismatic are way better than early Sword and Shield, but it feels worse because Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies were easily attainable at $2 to $3 a pack. When English is cheap, Japanese packs aren't as attractive. Also, perhaps you haven't opened enough packs yet. Yes, Japanese booster boxes give you a guaranteed secret rare, but getting a full art as your rarest card in a $100 box is also throwing money into the fire. Both are frustrating experiences at these prices. I mean, yeah, no one really, you can't expect, and this is something I feel like in some people's minds, you can't expect to make money opening up packs. You can't. Like, it's not a thing. If it was that easy, everyone would open everything, but you can't. Because we like to gamble and they know it, yeah, if you're opening packs, you're probably trying to chase something, and in my opinion, that's considered gambling. Problem is batching as well. Won't put anything in then one box. Won't pull anything and then one box you'd hit in every pack. Yeah, that's also what I've heard with Prismatic Evolutions. Stop buying English entirely because of this. I mean, yeah, English pull rates are not that great, and they've, I don't think, really ever been super good, at least in Sword and Shield. I don't know about Sun and Moon, but I know Sword and Shield pull rates were garbage. So I just want to show you guys this because this argument, I'm telling you, it shows the people that are so mad in this space, that speak the loudest, the arguments being made. It's like, what are we even doing? So that's what I want to talk about. You guys can let me know what you think about this argument. I think it's crazy. This is a collectible, hobby. And if you don't like things to be collectible and you want everything to be plentiful, well, there's probably some other hobbies out there where everything's plentiful and everything's cheap. But in Pokemon, in the Pokemon Company, they want to make it collectible, so they can't just have pull rates be extremely easy. And they know their customer base wants that chase, or at least some people do. But it's unfortunate if you're not like that. Yeah, there are some other languages you can go to for Pokemon that are much cheaper, and I'd highly recommend those things if you want to just collect the card artworks and you don't care about language. So that's all I want to show you guys here. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.